Elder Lawyer, if you will, let's go to the book of Hebrews real quick. If you will, let's go there. Hebrews 11.
Sir,
and let's hear about Enoch real quick.
Hebrews 11 and 5.
Hebrews 11, verse 5.
By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
And was not found.
And was not found.
Because God had translated him.
This was before the flood, folks. The Most High took Enoch up to assist in the judgment of the fallen, who came down during the time of Jared and taught mankind all types of evil science. They began to taint mankind with the seed of Nephilim. They began to create animals like your so-called dinosaurs and others to actually eat and consume the resources in the earth from man. And the Most High destroyed their behinds in a flood. That's the true story. Okay? Where the gods came down to destroy, and the Most High bound those particular so-called gods. The same gods who are now being worshipped by your elite, including the Vatican. They've hid this from you. Now, why is this important? I'm reading Enoch in the New Testament. So obviously, the Christians before the fall of Jerusalem knew something the Christians don't know now, or have been misdirected from. They knew about Enoch and why Enoch was translated, moved to the heavens to judge the fallen who deceive mankind on earth. Read.
By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death.
Come on.
And was not found because God had translated him.
Come on.
For before his translation, he had this testimony.
So you mean to tell me that Enoch had a testimony? Well, why aren't they teaching us about this testimony in the Christian church or any other of these bogus satanic religions out here? Because you'll realize the gods that were destroyed during the flood are the same fallen bound gods these so-called elites are worshiping today. The governments of this earth are still worshiping these particular fallen ones that were judged by our God. Whether you Hindu, whether you Buddhist, whether you are Muslim, all of them follow these fallen gods. Azazel was bound in the sands of the deserts of Dudiel. That's right. Even till this day, the Egyptians are major pagans over there. Many gods they worship. But what they won't tell you is that the god Osiris that's bound in the pyramid is the fallen angel Azazel. They've always, even in the conscious community, they worship these fallen deities and gods. And this is why they hate the Bible. They hate Hebrews, because we are exposing the gods they worship in secret. Okay? Guess what? Enoch exposes all of this. Christ knew of this. The disciples knew of this. Folks, you cannot tear down principalities and powers without understanding their origin. You must identify them first. And this is why the Vatican Church have hid this information from us. Because if we, through Christ, can take down the powers of the gods they worship, the Vatican and these other people who are in power have no more authority over us. So they've hid this. For before his translation, he had this testimony, read.
That he pleased God.
That he pleased God. So obviously, the Hebrews, the Israelites, the church understood this. Well, guess what, folks? Enoch straightens it all out. Huh? Let me pull this up real quick. Let's pull this up. Let me get this out of the way here. The courses of the luminaries in the book of Enoch. Right? So it's all about math. It's common sense. Math. We're going to give it to you today. Right? Here it is. The book of the courses of the heavenly luminaries. Right? Chapter 71 in the book of Enoch. Now, this is what it means in Revelations 12 when it states that the earth will help the woman. The woman is Israel, who's being destroyed by the Roman Empire. The earth will open up its mouth and swallow the flood that came from the serpent. That's the lies that came from the Vatican Church. And when the earth was open, the book of Enoch was revealed by our God to us. See? Enoch had a testimony. They don't teach this in the church. That's why they've tricked you into following Satan under ancient Babylonian holidays. And it doesn't matter whether or not you're in Judaism or Christianity, you're following the same fallen deities. But our people are doing it ignorantly, feigning or claiming Christ. Right? Let's read this, Elder Lawyer, where it says, the book of the courses of the luminaries.
Yes, sir. Enoch 72 and 1.
Yep.
The book of the courses of the luminaries of the heaven, the relations of each according to their classes, their dominions, and their seasons, according to their names and places of origin, and according to their months, which Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, who was their guide, showed me. And he showed me all their laws exactly as they are, and how it is with regard to all the years of the world.
All the years of the world.
And unto eternity.
And unto eternity. So time was calculated before the Romans, folks. Read.
Till the new creation is accomplished, which dureth till eternity.
Come on.
And this is the first law of the luminaries.
And this is the first law of the luminaries. That means what you see in the sky, folks. The luminaries are angels. The stars are angels. The earth doesn't spin, folks. The earth is still. Everything else moves. Those are the celestials moving around the earth. So this whole science we've been taught on earth is a bold-faced lie, including the bogus moon landing. There's no way you can land on the moon, folks, because the moon moves through portals. Okay? Following the sun, which is the stronger or the masculine light. Female or feminine follow the masculine. The sun is the stronger of light. It's through the sun time is determined on a 364-day cycle. It's through the moon, signs come in each year depending on that cycle, that we are to know or understand what? The signs before the end. That's the moon. The calculation of time when it comes to the annual year have always been predicated from the sun first. Think of this, and here's a good analogy or example. No one can tell time with a watch that only has one hand. See? No one can tell time what? Think about this, folks. No one can tell time from a watch that only has one hand. The ancient times, even the pyramids themselves, which were built pre-flood, man didn't build those pyramids, folks. were what? How did they tell time in ancient times? The sundial. The sundial. You cannot use the moon for seasons and all that when it comes to calculation. So we're going to break it down so you can understand it. All right. Let's read it. And this is the first law of the luminaries, too.
Yes, sir. And this is the first law of the luminaries.
Yep.
The luminary, the sun, has its rising in the eastern portals of the heaven, and its setting in the western portals of the heaven.
Come on.
And I saw 6 portals in which the sun rises, and 6 portals in which the sun sets. And the moon rises and sets in these portals, and the leaders of the 6 stars, and those whom they lead. 6 in the east.
6 in the east.
And 6 in the west.
And 6 in the west. 12 separate portals on the outside of the earth. The sun comes through to give the earth light. Folks, the moon follows the sun in these courses, not the other way around. Come on.
And all following each other in accurately corresponding order. Also many windows to the right and left of these portals. And the first there goes forth the great luminary named the sun, and his circumferences is like the circumference of the heaven.
Read.
And he is quite filled with illuminating and heating fire.
And it says he, speaking of the sun, the greater light, is quite filled with illuminating and heating fire. Okay, the image of God is male and female made he them. The heavens are made of what? Both. Masculine and feminine. The moon is the lesser light that follows the sun. But Satan would do what? He would take out the masculine to throw off time, knowing that the moon come in 10 days early each year, and it would totally throw time off. Okay? Are you following me here? Right? So this is why, folks, under ancient Babylon and in Islam, which Persian mythology is ancient Babylonian religion, they use the crescent moon. The crescent moon is a major what? A major symbol of ancient Babylon, because it was the worship of Semiramis, the female goddess. This is why they pattern things after the moon. Under Judaism, they're still following Semiramis, the Babylonian goddess. This is why they've patterned the holy days of the Bible after the moon. So they'll tell you it's Passover, but it's not really Passover. Okay? So we breaking it down from the rooter to the tutor for you today, right? Right? Now, Elder Lawyer, let's go all the way down here and let's go to Enoch, right? Hold on. Enoch 32 real quick. Enoch 32, still breaking down the sun. Speaking of the last day of the year, let's start at 31 here. Same thing. We're going to 72. We're in 72. And we're going all the way down to, if you will, 32.
Yes, sir. Enoch 72 and 32.
Now, to save time, I'm going straight to the last day of the year, where it tell you in Enoch how to calculate a year. What is the last day of the year? The moon has nothing to do with it. Okay. Let's go to 32 and let's read.
Yes, sir. Verse 32. On that day, the night decreases and amounts to 9 parts, and the days to 9 parts.
To 9 parts. It says the night decreases, amounts to 9 parts, and the day to 9 parts. Read.
And the night is equal to the day, And the year is exactly as to its days.
And hold up, and the year is exactly to its days what?
364.
364 days. Equal parts night, equal parts day.